Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. It's Brenda. This is going to be part 2 of my design team project for Took. I wanted to show you that I put the holes in here for 3 signatures, and I sewed 2 of them in with the 5-hole pamphlet stitch. And I'm doing it from the back instead of from the inside, so that there's no strings hanging. And I have my embroidery floss, thread, whatever you're gonna call it, and it's in a blue tone. So I have just this last one to put in because I told you that I would do it on camera. And then I've just put pieces of the kit with music paper, and I've put some little edgings on book page. And so once I get this one sewn in, then we can look at all of it. And because I'm doing it from the back, so I'm hoping that this goes fairly easy. If not, please fast forward, because like I'm just gonna get right into it. And I kept my pokey tool. Well, I thought I did anyway. Keep my pokey tool handy, and that just helps me to keep my pages lined up. So I just have it poked in the hole there. It doesn't matter what hole, just to keep them together. And then I'm going to go through the back piece, and then hopefully it won't be too much of a struggle for me. Oh, it didn't go through all the pages. So I'm just going to bring it through, and then I don't have to struggle with all of the threading, right? I can just go up into the hole, and I felt it on my finger. So there we go. Now with the 5-hole pamphlet stitch, this is my guide, and then I just follow that. So I'm going to come down through the bottom hole, or the hole just after the middle, come through the back. So essentially I had to learn how to do it backwards, right? So then you go through the bottom hole, and then I just bring the thread all the way through, and then I'm going to put it through the bottom hole. Maybe. I'm a little shaky today. All right. Yeah, so this is what I mean by, you know, if you're like, what in the world, then just fast forward. There we go. Just make the hole a little bigger. So then I'm going to bring it through, and I put a little thing at the bottom of my thread there so it doesn't go through. All right, so I'm going to pull it through just like that, and then I'm going to go back through this hole, trying not to go through the thread. We don't want to break the thread. All right, so there we go, back through the back. Bring it back over. There we go. So then you go up to the hole near the top. It's just the next one past the center. I do have a tutorial on how I did it, and it seemed a lot easier when I was doing that to show how to do it. So I'm just going to make this hole a little bigger, And that's just to help me. You won't see anything on the, once they're all sewn in, right? So, yep, so I'm going to go through the top now. I think I'm doing it right. If I'm not, I'm going to pause the camera and then I will do it off camera. But, so then I'm going to go back through this hole. Oh yeah, I did it okay. All right. Sometimes I wonder. And I'm going to go back through just like that. And so your last, oh, I can move that now. So the last thread will go back through the center and then through the back. Okay, it wasn't as painful as I thought it was gonna be. So I just need to pull it through, and I just want to make sure the threads are tight, because that's pretty loose right now. Let's see here. If my fingers could grab, it would be good. See, that's the loose one right there. Take the pin off. Okay. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I ended up having to redo the last couple of stitches because I did go through one of the threads. So let's just undo all of this. So there we go. So that looks much better. All right, so this is our 3 signatures, excuse me. And I just added some little bits of edging. There's that receipt from Tom. I really love that stuff, and it's always nice to add things like that into a journal. And I didn't put it upright. I could have done it the right way and then just made the, you know, like this one, and then added to it to make them longer. I didn't even think to do that, so not with this one anyway, but I think it turned out so scrumptious. And then all the little pages from the kit. And the center one I didn't add any edging to, but I'm gonna do that afterwards. So then we bring in our cover, and I'll just show you what I had put on it. I was thinking I needed to have some kind of a closure, so I took these pieces from the bits that were on the cover, and I added them in here to have it as a tie closure. So then here's our pieces there, but I need to put this in first, I believe, and then these are going to go on top, and then it just gives it a really nice clean edge. We're going to do it anyway. And I don't have you know, the 3-in-1 glues, or I have my tacky glue, and I really like my tacky glue. I've never had issues with it, so that's what I'm going to use for the gluing. I could have got my big one, but I can't squeeze it very well, so I'm just going to. And you want to make sure you have lots of glue back here, because this is going to be, you want it to be structurally sound for making sure it holds. The glue's just not coming out very good. So, doesn't seem to be my day. Something. Well, I'm going to let's just put this over there, and I'm going to use my finger. I'm just going to add just a little bit of glue, and then I'm just going to do this. Oh yeah, that's much better. And then just a little bit down here. You know, you want to make sure that there's enough glue that's going to, so your journal doesn't fall apart. Oh yeah, that's much better. Much better. Right to the edges. And your finger, with your finger, you can really get to where it needs to be. All right, so let's, I'm just gonna try and make sure that it's evenly spaced top to bottom. Bring in my sides so I know that it's sitting where it's supposed to. Sorry if my head is there. This is one thing where you really need to look, but I think it's in the right space, so I'm going to get the glue off my finger first. Just use a piece of paper, and then I'm just going to put my finger in between each signature, and I'm going to really press it down. There we go, just like that. Oh, it's funny, I didn't even make sure that the cover was upside right, but it is. Good thing. All right, so there we go, just like that. So let's just, I'm just gonna double check it. So there's the top and then there's the bottom. They're nicely even. Sometimes I have a hard time with the covers, you know, just trying to make sure they're even and make sure all of this stuff, but I took my time with this one. I was very slow and took my time with it so that I was happy with it. There we go. And I'm going to add the glue right inside this piece as well. There's lots of glue there, so there's going to be plenty for here. There we go. Oh yeah. And that's right into the groove there, because there was a bit of a space there from the file folder. And the rest of this glue I'll just, not that that matters too much because it's going to have the topper on it. And I'm just going to stick these there for a minute so I can do the other side. So there we go. And again, same thing. Because I mean, well, the wallpaper is not very thick, which is fine because once I added the other paper and the fabric, it's pretty good. So there we go. And so now that's gonna stick right in there. And just run my thumb down the space there. You can probably hear Brat meowing. We have so much snow. We had a huge snowstorm and it's freezing cold out, and he won't go outside even though he's saying he wants to. And then I'm just gonna clip this one. It's just to hold it there till it, oops, come on fingers, till it attaches. There we go. Just getting the glue off my fingers. So there we go. Okay. So thank you, Took, for the inspiration for this little beauty. So that's the back. This is the front. We just did the front, so I'm going to take these off. I think that's pretty good. You can just run your fingers down it and keep pressing it. So now this one is going to go right here, just like that. And you got this beautiful pocket. Okay, so I don't want to use my finger for this. It's a big space. I'm just wondering what I have to use. I don't even have a credit card, excuse my arm. Just gonna have a quick look in my basket here. I wasn't as prepared as I thought I was before I started. Well, I'll try this. This is just a mixed media silicone brush. I'll try it. We'll see. Okay. There we go. See if it works. The glue might be too thick for it because it's not very stiff, you know, it's a very flexible brush. But I'm going to try it anyway. Do what I can with it. Get the edges. Oh, it did not too bad, as long as I hold it near the bottom of it. Threads everywhere. So I hope if you're still with me, thank you so much that you're bearing with me. But this bit is new to me, so, you know, just trying to do something new, get out of my comfort zone, and so that's what this is all about. Getting out of my comfort zone and trying something new. Just had to take it off for a second because it was on a little weird. And so it's gonna take, this one will take a little bit to dry, but that's normal because it's such a big space and the glue is wet, of course. So I'm just making sure this is gonna be stuck down. But how cute is this? All right, I'm gonna pop the lid back on. Okay. Just gonna glue that, and if there's pieces open, then I will add more glue to it, of course, and then let it dry. Let's just set that there. All right. Our other piece, make sure I have it upside right. I just made the 2 pockets for this one. And so that'll be going there. Turn it. Okay, let's see what we can do with this one. Yep, see, that doesn't work like that. Like I said, I haven't learned to edit fast forward yet, so maybe I need to. But please fast forward if you're if this is painful for you to watch. It's just nice for new people to see the process of doing this as well, you know. There, I like that better. It's a smaller hole for the glue to come through. All right. Make sure I get to the edges. That's the biggest thing, doing the corners and the edges. All right, let's attach this. Make sure I have it the right way. And here we go. Oh, that one I did pretty good. Just gonna attach that there for a minute. Get the rest pressed in. Okay, I think that's good. Just pop this at the back there, and then this one as well, just so that one can hold. And so there we go, there's our journal. And then we have this tie to tie it up. And then all that comes left is filling it. And you can add a dangle to this ribbon if you want. It's a pretty long one. So when it's all said and done, it is 11 1/4 by 4 3/4. And it has a 1.5 inch spine. I will add something to the spine. I'm just not sure what yet. But that's our journal. So pretty. So I'm hoping that that'll be, I'm gonna have to add a little more glue there. But I'll do that off camera. I won't subject you to that again. But I want to add some edging stuff to some of the pages here. And hopefully, you know, you can add dangles to your pieces, but I just have some random threads here. So I'm just going to, and I just glue them. I didn't do any sewing ahead of time. I could have. I never think to do that. And when I do, then I end up forgetting about it. So, and then I just kind of crunched it up. But you can hot glue it if you want it to be quicker. You know, just pin it, let it dry. just like that. And then another one, I just have this beige one. No, I'll do this one. Why not? Bring it down, and then it looks like it's layered. Your pages are layered, which is fun. And they don't have to be big pieces. I know it makes the page a little heavier, but that's okay. And then one at the bottom. I wonder if I could put this here and then pop one of these on top of it as well. Let's try. It might be too thick, but if it is, then, you know, I can just grab the hot glue and do it. Put it at the bottom. You don't have to crunch them up. You can just leave it like that. And I like that they have it hanging off the edge. We can just do that instead, and then it won't matter if it's a little thicker. But I'm just going to hang it off the edge of the page. Ooh, just like that. And it has to dry. So then you can see everything that's coming out of the signatures, and they're just hanging off the edge. So that's kind of fun. Okay, gonna leave it there, and then when we come back, we'll add in pockets and tags and do some dressing. Okay, thanks so much for hanging out with me. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I'm so happy that you're here with us. Take care, God bless, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.